Hi, BookTube. Bill Rudenberg here with the Rudenberg Library. I wanted to come to you today with a video on it's going to be kind of a combo video. It's going to be a book haul, a very short book haul. It's going to be a book repair, and it's going to be a contest, or a entry into a contest. And so the first part of the video, in the mail today, as we were setting up for my daughter's birthday party. She's going to be 17, or she is 17 today. And while we were waiting on hopefully some party decorations in the mail, I actually got in the mail instead a book that I had ordered, and it was The Caning, The Assault That Drove America to Civil War by Stephen Puleo. So I was very, very excited to get this in the mail. It was I had seen the book on Todd's Bursting Bookshelf. Todd was doing a bookshelf tour, and he had showed this book, and then right before I actually saw that, Peg over at the History Shelf had given me the recommendation, because I'd showed another one of Stephen Puleo's book, The Dark Tide. I'd showed that on my shelf, and she said, well, you ought to try The Caning. And so the more I thought about that, the more I was like, you know, I have been trying to collect books on the individual events that I teach about in class, and so I've got general histories of well, in this case, like the antebellum period, the build up to Civil War, and I'd been starting to collect books on the individual events. And so The Caning, that's one of the events we talk about in class. The kids usually find that a little bit entertaining, that they were actually having a beatdown in the middle of Congress. And so this was a good pickup. But I did have one problem with this book. The book itself is in pretty good shape. Like the spine's all, you know, it looks just fine. The pages are all clean. You know, there's nothing wrong with the book itself. But if you look closely, the jacket, the dust jacket, is like shredded. And if you look closely, their tape job was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And if you notice, Puleo wasn't even lined up correctly. And so that really it's just been bugging me and bugging me. And I know some of you would say send it back, but I don't know if I want to hassle with that, because the book itself is in really good shape. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that dust jacket off, and we're going to do a repair job and see if I can do any better job than they did. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I thought that'd be kind of fun for a video. Now, that's the first part, and then I'll take you through the repair job. Now, as you can see, the cover on this is absolutely trashed, and so I'm going to make an attempt to fix this. The rest of the book is in pretty good shape, but I wanted to try to make an attempt at doing this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it and keep it from tearing. That's my biggest fear, is am I going to make this worse than it is? So I'm going to try to peel back the tape that's already on here and see if I can do it without tearing up the cover. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good. Jeez Louise. This was absolutely a terrible, terrible repair job. I mean, stuff is not even lined up on the cover. I don't even know if this is worth trying. Well, at least I have it lined up now. Notice the Puleo's all there, and there's nothing detached. So there's the first step, the other wing of the dust jacket. I got all the tape off of there, didn't take off too much skin. Overall, I mean, it did take off some extra paper, but I think in the end, when I show you the fixed jacket cover, I hope you'll agree with me that that was worth trying to fix it, at least align the picture. So let me get this taped up, and then I'll show you the finished product. Well, BookTube, there is my fix. I don't know. I know everything's lined up a lot better on the lettering and everything. I know I got some bubbles in my tape, and I did run out of the big book tape. I'll have to finish this up, but I still think it looks a whole lot better. At least everything's lined up on the cover. Not perfect, but better. So tell me what you think down in the comments. See if you think I did okay. I know it's not perfect, but it's better than it was, in my opinion anyway. So see you later. But that's the first part. The second part here is Paul's Reads and Reviews. He's got a little contest going over. He just went over 200 subscribers. And so he's asking anybody out there who watches his channel and is subscribed that in order to get into the contest, he's giving away 3 books. So there's going to be 3 winners. And you tell him what are the top 5 books you read this year so far. And so I thought, well, that's a pretty easy one. And I watch a few of his videos and enjoy his stuff. We've been doing back and forth, been doing some of the book tags back and forth and commenting on each other's videos. So I thought, I'll throw my hat in the ring here. So the top 5 books that I grabbed that I've read this year, number 1 on the list is The Impending Crisis, 1848 to 1861 by David Potter. This was an awesome book. It was a Pulitzer Prize winner back in the 70s, and it was just absolutely fabulous. It went through the whole antebellum period in a lot of detail, and when scholars go to write about the antebellum period, they always source David Potter. So I'd always wanted to read him. Now I have read him, and now I know why they source him. Excellent book. The next book that I wanted to put on my list was Thomas Fleming's Washington's Secret War, The Hidden History of Valley Forge. And this is the history of Valley Forge. It's more of a political history, though. It's how Washington dealt with all of the issues that he was facing and all of the intrigue and how everybody was trying to basically get his job. But I thought that was a great, great read. The next one was on a topic that I have never read anything about, and I thought it was very, very interesting. I thought the author, she did a very, very good job. Nicola Tallis and her Crown of Blood, The Deadly Inheritance of Lady Jane Grey, and I thought that was a really good book. Again, I've never read anything on it before, so it was all brand new to me, and I really like that. One of my all-time favorites, or it goes up on the all-time favorites list now, is Stephen Ambrose's To America, Personal Reflections of a Historian. And he just talks about different events in history and his take on it. Not as, he is a historian, but he's doing more of a personal take on it. And I thought it was very, very interesting, very fascinating to get more of a behind-the-scenes view on some of these issues. And he talks about how he came up with the idea for writing some of the books and the journeys that, writing the books, the journey that it took him on to get that done. And the last book, the 5th book, is Tried by War, Abraham Lincoln as Commander-in-Chief by James McPherson. I love all of James McPherson's books, or at least the ones I've read so far. And this is just it is a history of Lincoln and all his generals. And I thought it was very, very good, and how Lincoln had to, he had to learn a lot of stuff on the go, and in my opinion, for the most part, he did a really good job for never having any experience in that arena. And so anyway, that's my take on top 5 books I've read this year. That is for Paul's Reads and Reviews, and I want to be put into the drawing to maybe get one of his 3 free books. Anybody out there that's subscribed to Paul's Reads and Reviews, make sure you get involved in that drawing. You can pick up a free one. And anyway, that's my take on that, and I'm gonna call it good here at BookTube. So you guys all have a great and wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed me attempting to put this cover back together. So anyway, BookTube, have a great day.